Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio. This is big.
More.
Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio. This is big. This is big. GTR Sports. GTR Sports. Join us on GTR for global tidbits and soccer, tennis, boxing, and many other sporting activities.
What a good shot!
Tune in to GTR.
What a stadium! What a stadium!
It's time for the sports debate on Ghana Talks Radio, and I welcome you to it. So officially, finally, gradually, totally, the GFA, they have, together with Otto Addo, has named the squad for the playoffs against Nigeria on Friday. And as they were saying before, you will never know what the populace is up to. They don't like some of them, and they're actually making a fuss about it. So don't go anywhere. Be back after the break.
Join us on GTR for global tidbits and soccer, tennis, boxing, and many other sporting activities.
What a good shot!
Tune in to GTR.
What a stadium! What a stadium!
GTR Sports. GTR Sports.
You're welcome back from the break. So former Ukrainian striker, I'm talking of Shevchenko, said he will use his platform to tell the world the truth about Russia's invasion of his country and step up efforts to raise humanitarian aid for victims of the crisis. Also, one of Ukrainian's greatest players and a former coach of the national team, Shevchenko, said he was in shock for the first 2 days of the invasion, which Moscow described as a special military operation. But as soon as I got to think about how best I could help my country, I decided the best way was to use my platform, speak up, tell the people the truth about what is going on and raise humanitarian aid. That's what Shevchenko told the Times newspaper. So he said that he plans to welcome 2 Ukrainian refugee families into his home in Surrey. So that's what, not just a player, he's also doing humanitarian deeds as well. So United States forward Brandon Aaronson will miss the final 3 matches of World Cup qualifying with a knee injury, U.S. Soccer said on Monday. So Aaronson, the only U.S. player to feature in all of the World Cup qualifiers so far for this year's finals in Qatar, was injured in training at the weekend. And will not have recovered in time for Thursday's game away to Mexico. So after reviewing the updated medical information in the consultation of the Red Bull suspect, we have determined that Brandon Aaronson will not be available to play in the upcoming World Cup qualifying matches, U.S. Soccer said in a statement. That's really sad that he is not joined. You can even see that he's really devastated about it. So we are hopeful looking that he will be able to recover in time. Unfortunately, it will not be the case. So we hope he makes a speedy recovery. So if you're a fan of Aaronson, you have to pray for him so that he will be able to get better and bounce to join the team against Mexico. So after 11 rounds of matches in the final phase of qualifying, the unbeaten Canada 25-point have a 4-point cushion over the United States and Mexico. Panama are also fourth with 17 points as well. So Manchester City have topped the Deloitte Football Money League for the first time as the world's highest revenue generating club in the 2020-2021 season, affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So the previously leaders Barcelona dropped to 4th in the 25th edition of the table, the Spanish club lowest position in 2013-2014 season. So the Abu Dhabi owned City, with revenues of 644.9 million euros, that is $710.81 million, and a number of sponsors linked to the owners, they climbed 6 places. So the Premier League champions are, and currently leaders are the only 4th club to top the Money League after Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United. So they have been able to get this one for themselves. So European champions Chelsea now up for sale, and with sanctions imposed on Ukraine, imposed on Ukraine, Russian, and all that. Billionaires own, I'm talking of Roman Abramovich, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, were 8th. So, to the biggest story for today, Coach Otto Addo has named 27-man squad for FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 playoffs against Nigeria. Yes, the Black Stars will take on the Super Eagles in 2 matches scheduled for Kumasi and Abuja, respectively, as the search for a ticket to November's FIFA World Cup Qatar heats up. So Ghana will host the first leg, as we all know, at the GTR Sports Stadium on Friday, 25th of March, before traveling to Abuja for the second leg on Tuesday, 29th of March 2022. So the squads for the goalkeepers. Yes, the goalkeeping list. We have Joseph Walcott, Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, we have Lawrence Atizigi, and Richard Ofori. Also the wingers, we have Isahaku Abdul Fatawu, Asman Abukari, we have Joseph Pencil and Yao Yeboah. Defenders, we have Dennis O'Day, Andy Yeboah, Gideon Mensah, Dennis Corsa, Mutari Akamaheni, Daniel Omarte, Joseph Addo, Alexander Jiku, and Abdul Munin. Midfielders, we have Idrisu Boba, Edmond Addo, Mohamed Kudus, Elisha Owusu, Thomas Teparte, Daniel Kofichera, and finally the strikers, we have Felix Afenajan. We also have Christopher Entry Ajay, Jordan Ayew, and Kwasi, yes, Reds, they are there as well. So these are the squad for the playoffs. But you know what they were trying to prevent before that, they're saying that because of how some fans take to social media to backlash and all that, they did it today. Yeah, so the longer waited to know the Blaster squad to face Nigeria in the FIFA World Cup playoffs came to halt on March 2022. I'm talking of 22nd, as well as the Ghana Football Association officially released the list. Following the announcement, Ghanaians have taken to social media to share their thoughts on the 27-man squad released by the FA at dawn. So the discussion revolved around FA's mistakenly attributing Joseph Addo to Bato instead of Celtic Vigo, Jordan Ayew's inclusion despite testing positive for COVID-19, and Daland Ibrahim's snap, and also Otto Addo's decision regarding the call-ups among others. So before we check out some of the tweets on social media, let's listen to Coach Otto Addo.
Coach of the Black Stars of Ghana. We are only a few days away from playing our crucial match against our rivals, Nigeria. We all expect Ghana to qualify for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022. But that won't be easy, as we need to do our best to make it to this tournament. The players, the technical team, and the Ghana Football Association are committed to this task. We really want to make ourselves and the nation proud by qualifying for this upcoming World Cup. Matches between Ghana and Nigeria are always difficult, but we believe in our players, we believe in our strategies, and we believe in the unflinching support of all Ghanaians as we go into these two matches. We are Ghana, and we have what it takes to come out victorious. I'm Otto Addo, coach of the Black Stars of Ghana.
GTR Sports. GTR Sports.
So that was the coach of the Black Stars. He's saying that guys, he should support. They are really with the technical forces and everything together. They will definitely win the match on Friday. So with the tweet from the populace regarding the 27-man squad, one Ohiaya Fokin said that I now understand why the DFA were pushing for Otto Addo. He has finally delivered their agenda for them. Oscar also on Twitter said Jordan catch COVID and still there is while Jeffrey Scrubs might be healthy, available, sipping some wine at a beach. So he's actually opted for Jeffrey, not Jordan. Also, this GFA is biased to at Asante Kotoko SC when Daland was at Kinfesa. He was invited to the Black Stars, but now he is performing at Asante Kotoko SC and is not part with the Black Stars. Bias FA. That's what OJS is saying. Finally, another one said Joseph Addo plays for Celtic Vigo, but DFA says he plays for Bordeaux. They would definitely get something to say. This was what they were trying to prevent, but no, it would definitely happen because you are in Ghana and it's Ghana for you. But still on the man squad for the playoffs, former Black Star striker, I'm talking of Asamoah Gyan, has fumed over the exclusion of Other third midfield, I'm talking of Majid Ashmiru from the Ghana squad ahead of the FIFA World Cup playoffs against Nigeria. So Black Stars interim coach Otto Addo officially, we know that I just said it about it. He announced his 27-man squad for the FIFA World Cup playoffs against Nigeria, the Super Eagles. So Otto Addo invited 6 midfielders from for the Nigeria game, and surprisingly, Majid Ashmiru has been left out of the squad, and Jan has lost his head over it. So describing it as, in quote, nonsense, the all-time Black Star top scorer complained bitterly about the exclusion of Ashimiru, whom he believes is, as the Ghana's best midfielder after Arsenal's Thomas Partey. So he was looking forward to have, Ashimiru in the squad, but that's not what I think Otto Addo were looking for. So Asamoah Gyan had a tweet, and he said that this guy at Majid Ashimiru is the best midfielder in Ghana after at Thomas Partey period. I have kept quiet on this, but this nonsense must stop. Shaking my head. So that's what, Asamoah Gyan was saying, that they should have added Majid Ashimiru to the squad for the playoffs. We'll be speaking to our pundits very soon on that. But before that, in chess today, the Kremlin on Tuesday today, the International Chess Federation, FIDE, should stay out of politics and demanded its decision to ban Russian grandmaster, I'm talking to Sergei Kazakhin, from competition for 6 months over his stance on Ukraine. So the FIDE announced a decision on Monday that the 32 Kazakhin, who challenged Magnus Carlsen for the world title in 2016, has defended his country's action on social media in recent weeks, drawing intense criticism from the chess world as well. So we'll be joined by Amdallah Hamza on the sports tidbit. Good afternoon, Amdallah, if you can hear me.
You see the book we bring it. Ask me, Sana.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Amdallah, if you can hear me. Welcome to Sports Tidbit on Ghana Talks Radio.
Good afternoon, Sandra. Thanks very much for another edition of Ghana Talks Radio, and it's good. I'm back.
You're most welcome back. We are happy to have you here.
Yeah, it's just that you nearly saw me.
Oh, I didn't. I was just waiting for for the squad to be named so that you'll be strong on this one. So today the coach for the Black Stars, Otto Addo, has named the squad today. You'll be in the pundits and going through. You think that we are ready? We are fit, in as much as they took a long time to announce it.
Sandra, thanks once again, and I know my opinion hasn't changed. You know me since day one, and you know how I acted towards the quality that we have at our disposal as we speak, and how those quality, they are not that much up to the expectation. So if they aren't there yet, we as a country, we as a nation, how are we going to accept it and believe that indeed our quality is down? Then we must do certain things to up our game. Okay. And it's quite unfortunate looking at how our squad was more or less in secrecy for some of us, but for the executive committee and the coach, they knew that they were calling player A, player B, or player C.
Absolutely.
But what we were told is that they are keeping it as a secret away from the Nigerians, and and when someone wants to harm you and you are able to hide your tactics, you're able to hide your information from that player, they think that it's going to yield results and you're going to make good things out of it. But honestly, Sandra, people has taken it to the bit far extreme, and all the countries have released their squad, and Ghana will delay. But I want our listeners to know that this isn't a major competition. It's not the tournament itself. It's a qualifiers to the tournament. And per the rules that FIFA and CAF has, the team or a nation has until 3 hours before the game, before they can release their squad, not the first 11, 3 hours before the game. So I think what they were doing, they didn't want to make mistakes. As they said, they were scrutinizing certain things, and finally the squad is out. But it raised a lot of eyebrows. There's a lot of ups and downs, and it's as usual. I mean, you can't make squad of over 3 million Ghanaians. You don't expect all of us to be setting with 23 players. Definitely, A player A will get his choice, player B will get his choice.
Okay.
So I think it's a good job. Let's acknowledge
GTR
their
Sports.
efforts,
GTR
and we hope for the best for Madagascar.
Okay, so we got to know that this time around, to get a ticket to the playoffs, you have to do it online. I'm talking of the electronic tickets. And they said one of the reasons why they made it electronic is because of the kind of not gone COVID-19. And we know that Jordan Ayew also tested positive for COVID-19, and he is in the squad. How safe is it for the Ghanaian players and the other, I'm talking of opponents, Nigerian, to be playing with a tested positive COVID patient, if I could put it that way?
Sandra, as you rightly said, Jordan Ayew has tested positive for the COVID-19, although his name is in the squad. And you know how COVID has become nowadays. You can test positive today and test negative tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So I think he was kept in the squad for the managers and the technical team to take good care of him and see as to whether maybe before the time we play a second leg, which is on the 29th of March, maybe by then he will test negative and he will join the squad. If not, looking at our upfronts, the players that we've called, we could clearly see that a bunch of inexperienced players, the likes of Felix Afena-Jan, and we had Majid Waris was coming though, but it was later confirmed that he was coming for holidays.
Yes, I was actually coming to that actually.
Yeah, and you know that one of the key strikers we were wanting to get on our team to make his debut, the Antonio Semenyo, who was born in England, performing so well for Bristol City in the championship, scoring 6 goals, providing 8 assists, and on the month of January, he was adjourned the player of the month in the championship. But it was rather unfortunate that just Saturday, 6 minutes in their game, he had an injury and he had to pull out from the national squad.
Yeah.
So I think the coach is considering all those factors. Have a bunch of inexperienced strikers. Although Jordan Ayew at Crystal Palace isn't a prolific striker, he's not an out and out number 9. But looking at his experience that he has garnered from the national team from 2013, I think it will be good that we get him on board. So let's pray that by the time we play the second leg, she will have tested negative for COVID-19.
Yes, of course. We don't want to have a COVID playoff. So we know that Asamoah Gyan has come out to say that he's really, really devastated and, disappointed in the fact that Majid Ashmiru is not part of the squad for the playoffs. On your part as a pundit, what's your take on that? Do you think he is really qualified to be in that particular, squad, or it's just not his chance to be part of it?
It has a lot of divergent opinions. It's how we take it. I can't remember somewhere last week.
Okay.
I was at the studios to prepare my provisional squad for the national team. And in the midfield, I did put in Majid Ashmeru because of how he was performing at his club side in Belgium, Anderlecht. Don't forget, somewhere last week in their game that they played, he was all over the game, and the fans were chanting his name throughout the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's sort of one-off performance in the 90 minutes came to the idea of Ghanaians. They might have seen it on the social media.
GTR Sports.
How his name was being circulated in the Belgian Pro League. But that's why I said let's thank the technical team a lot. They've cut their necks across, and honestly, the guy, if you check our method, the likes of Idris Baba, Thomas Partey, Daniel Kofitre, there's no comment about him. Daniel Kofitre is in incessant form that regardless of the opponent that he meets, he can deliver for us. And they called one new guy, that is Elijah. Elijah, I did take time to check the stats of Elijah. His stats isn't really bad, but honestly, comparing it to Majid Ashmeru, he's having a bit of upper hand ahead of Majid Ashmeru. But there bring the question again. Although Asamoah Gyan, after making those blatant comments, came back to apologize that on any day he will stick to his claim that Majid Ashmeru must join the national team. But he's sorry for the words that he used, that noise, the noises must stop. Excuse my word, though. So I think if you compare their stats, Elijah is a bit ahead of Majid Ashmeru. It isn't that much. But then you ask yourself, our management members and our management committee have told us that they want to show consistency in our team. They don't want to be calling new faces of players now and then. But here we are. Majid Ashmeru has played for the Black Stars before. He has had a series of call-ups. But here, he was now sidelined for a new person to come. Now people will ask as to the likes of Ibrahim Danlad, all those young guys, the likes of Alfred Duncan. They have also played for the national team before. But why aren't you keeping those same players to keep up the consistency and the pace in the rising talent of our team?
All right. So before I let you go, you know that for this playoffs, we've gotten a lot of confusion. The change of our stadiums to everything to the release of our squad 3 days to the game or 2 days to the game. Do you think practically, emotionally, mentally, we are ready for the game?
We were not ready, but as of now that I'm talking, I believe that the team is ready.
All right.
For looking at how Otto Addo, the coach, the interim coach, told all the players that you need them at camp latest by Tuesday evening.
All right.
And just yesterday, Blaster had training session with 7 players present.
All right.
Then I checked, it shows that we may have 22 players at camp, which shows that definitely all the guys will be ready and come on time so that Wednesday, by the time the team moves from Accra to Kumasi, we will get a full house. So honestly, they are ready, but the leaders of our game, as they said, they so comfortable people aren't all that much serious about the welfare of our stadiums, our league, and as we have always said, I hope, Sandra, you watched the President Cup between Accra Asamoah Gyan and the GTR Sports.
Yeah,
and
I did.
I want your listeners just to go back 2 weeks or a month after that.
All right.
Check the pictures, look at how the green nature of the field, and compare it to just the day before yesterday when Accra Asamoah played Ashgo.
Okay.
You could see that because we had a President Cup, we saw tankers with water coming to water the park and all those stuffs.
Yeah.
But since the President Cup,
nothing
of that sort have happened.
Yeah.
And if you watch the game that was being telecast on Star Times, let's not forget, Star Times is a German broadcasting company, and they are broadcasting our league. So the sort of mileage that we want to get with such pitches, I always tell myself, Ghana as a nation, we are not ready to play league, because if you go to the FIFA rules that is governing football, rule number 1 states that the playing sport, the playing surface must be green in nature. Like here we are, play leagues, while our stadiums, the fields are not green in nature. So I think you will let bygones bygones. The players, they are professionals. They must tag themselves, live up to the expectations. Because nowadays, even the Nigerians are afraid that they are coming to Kumasi, they are coming to the Bayara. They know the inflation support in the black the sort of incessant pressure that will come on them when they are in the Bayara. It's been a long time since they came here, 21 years ago. And they've always taken the pitch when they come to the Bayara. So I think the players tag themselves with such history and such that is favoring us. I think the may well deliver in Ghana, but going to Nigeria will be a very Herculean task.
All right, we hope to see amazing results on Friday, and we wish them more luck on that too. Thank you so much, Hamza, for joining me on the Sport Tidbit.
All right, you're welcome.
So that was Amdal Hamza. He's saying that he believes up to now, he believes that definitely the squad for the Nigeria playoff, they are actually ready to meet their opponent. We hope to see that on Friday. If you just join us, this is
GTR
Sports Radio. In some motorsports news today, Saudi Arabia wants to add MotoGP to the list of World Championship motorsport event it already hosts. Yes, the country's sports minister Prince Abdul Aziz bin Turki Al Faisal said on a Tuesday. So speaking in question and answers ahead of the weekend's Saudi Formula One Grand Prix in Jeddah, he said the kingdom was already the home of motorsport in the region, and all-electric Formula E Championship and Dakar Rally, as well as Extremes E on that. So he said we now host 3 FIA World Championship events and are looking at more in the future. There is an ambition to expand and develop the motorsport we host, and we are considering in due course is MotoGP. So we hope to see what will be happening. But MotoGP has raced in Qatar since 2004, and that fourth-lived light Grand Prix race is currently the only Middle East round on the calendar. So Saudi Arabia made its Formula One debut last December as part of a 15-year deal on that. Away from that, Marquez is suffering from another episode of double vision following his crash in the warm-up session on Sunday's Indonesian Grand Prix, the Honda rider said today. So the 6-time MotoGP champion suffered a high side on turn 7 that launched him into the air and he landed heavily on his side, so he took a whack off his head but avoided serious injury as the cartwheeling bike missed him. So Marquez did not race after he was declared unfit, but the 29-year-old suffered a similar episode at the end of last season after concussion he suffered in the training crash, and said he had been advised by doctors not to continue racing. It's really sad that we can't see him again. He said, "It seems like I was experiencing a deja vu." He said that on Twitter. During the trip back to Spain, I began to have discomfort with my vision, and we decided to visit Dr. Sanchez Daumer, who confirmed that I have a new episode of diplopia. Unfortunately, it is less severe than the injury I had at the end of last year, but now it is time to rest and wait to see how the injury evolves. That is what Marquez is saying. It's really sad. We hope he feels better and come race for us. So in athletics, World Athletics President Sebastian Coe said the state of women's sport is very fragile and sports federations need to get it right when writing rules for transgender female athletes. So Cole's comment came on after University of Pennsylvania swimmer Leah Thomas became the first transgender NCCAA champion in Division 1 history by winning the women's 500-yard freestyle in Atlanta last week. So the integrity of women's sports, if we don't get this right, and actually the future
GTR
of women's sports is very
GTR
fragile.
Sports.
That is what Cole is saying. So we hope to see what they'll be doing, things that they'll be considering first in terms of making rules for those transgenders. So in the final before we wrap it up, badminton, the Chinese team withdrew from the Swiss Opener Super event in Basel on Tuesday due to a number of COVID-19 cases and injuries. Global governing body Badminton World Federation BWF is saying. So the BWF added that there were several COVID-related pull-out at the $180,000 World Tour event. So the Chinese Badminton Association reported a few positive cases as well as some injuries to players in their team. That is what they said in a statement. So citing concerns to the welfare and safety of all participants in the tournament, Team China have subsequently withdrawn from all players from the Yonex Swiss Open 2022. So China are a traditional badminton powerhouse. We all know that, winning 10 Thomas Cups, that is the men's team competition, 15 Obel Cups, that is women's team competition, and 12 Sadman Cups, that is mixed team competition. So they are the most successful country in badminton at the Olympics with 20 gold medals, and they are actually pulling out today. We don't know how exciting or how effectively other countries will be able to participate. It's really sad that COVID is hot, and we hope they will be able to fix it. Thank you so much for joining me on the Sport Debate on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Sandra Asante. 20 Hits Countdown is up next.
Join us on GTR for global tidbits on soccer, tennis, boxing, and many other sporting activities.
What a good shot!
Tune in to GTR.
What a stadium,